We are live.
Hey guys, Alex Car Doctor back with another live video
You
for you
know
guys.
what? Everything in its power try to stop us from going live today, but it's here. Okay,
We made it.
we supposed to be on live like an hour ago. Okay.
Technical
difficulties.
difficulties.
Double, triple technical difficulties. It really irritated me, but we're here.
I had to
calm me down.
Yeah, rub your back.
Anyway, so look, with all the Kia fallout that's been happening in the world, I saw this interesting comment on one of Alex's videos. It was like Kia is on its way
out the door,
out the industry. And I was like, so I Googled it just to see what's going on in the world, because y'all know they got to pay that $200 million settlement, right, for all the thefts that's been going on. Well, I found out that Kia is actually number one somewhere else.
Number one?
Yes.
I was like, yes. No way.
I was like, who out here buying Kias? Okay. Obviously, in the Netherlands, Kia has overtaken Volkswagen as the number one selling car. Okay. And of course, you know, it's not nothing we drive over here.
Yeah. Maybe they have different engine options, because in the Netherlands, I'm pretty sure they have different emission standards, and I guess they give Americans their leftovers. Y'all can just throw together something.
Right. I feel like they'll buy it. They don't know about doing Americans right, man. First, we got to overpay for concert tickets. And now we don't get the good Kias. We get the crap Kias. I don't know.
Get the stepchild Kias.
Let me see. Number one. I'm looking it up on Alex's phone right now and see. But we're going to start coming to you guys live on Wednesday nights too, to talk about certain topics. And since everybody's going gaga over the Kia situation, thought that'd be a good idea to come and talk about on here with you guys. J Fish 901 says, I'm in Memphis. Police is out here handing free steering wheel locks for folks. Kansas City police just started handing them out to Kia and Hyundai owners too for free. Whoa, man. You know what? I heard about Memphis now. I heard about Memphis. They said that's a hard knock place. You know what I'm saying? So maybe one day we'll take a visit. But let me see. Yes, as of last year, Kia has overtaken Volkswagen.
My beloved Volkswagen.
My favorite. Yeah, my favorite is the Volkswagen. I'm trying to see what was their the Kia what? I don't know. Something weird that I never heard of is what it was. Anyway, somebody said, don't get me started about Memphis. You know what? You're going to have to tell me someday, my man, because Memphis, the new Chicago.
Ooh.
I'm scared.
I know how to come down to Memphis then.
Man, up. You know, they're above us.
Up.
I know. Yeah. Somebody said, what is the best SUV to buy?
It depends on, I will need more information. Full size SUV, mid size SUV. Let me know what you're in the range for, and let me know your budget, and I'll be able to help you out.
How many kids you got? What you trying to do with it?
SUV is, it gets wild. So each SUV have a purpose.
All right, let us know what you're trying to do with it, man. Oh, there it is. I found it. A Kia Picanto. Kia Picanto beat out is one of the most popular ones over there for the Dutch people. They like to ride that Kia Picanto. I wonder what it looked like. Let me see. Can I Google it?
Picanto. Can we even get the spelling right?
I know how to spell Picanto. It's kind of like Spanish a little bit. Then let's click images here. Let me see if y'all can see it too. Let me see. Can y'all see that? Y'all know I'm new at all this. Oh no, we ain't pushing that. Can y'all see that? Type yeah in the comments if you're seeing it. So I don't know.
Somebody will ride it over here. I've seen some people ride some ugly stuff.
I just want to let y'all know that Kia was number one somewhere. With all the hoopla going on, they got oil consumption issues with the engine.
Engines blowing up left and right.
I don't know if y'all saw the
last
video we uploaded with the Kia. He's in there because his car got stolen. or attempted to steal. But upon checking it, he don't got no oil on the dipstick. Mm-mm. So when we finish being number 564 on the waiting list for the part from the dealership to fix the theft issue, we got to send him back for the recall because he's got
if they don't give him the runaround.
Right. So I don't know. I don't know about kids. And Anthony Williams says, one with a third row seat. My wife loves them gas gushers.
So
it's so many with the third row seat, Anthony.
It's so many. Let me know full size.
So okay, so to help you out, Anthony, we got 5 children, sometimes 6 if you count my niece. I absolutely have to have a big boy like
a school bus,
Expedition XL.
Now we like
L.
Yeah, what is it? Just the long. I was gonna say just the long wheelbase.
Yeah,
you have 2 different types of full size SUVs. Let's take Chevy for example. I'm not saying go out and get a Chevy. No, don't do that. Mm-hmm. Let's take the Chevy for an example. You have the Chevy Tahoe, but if you need something a little bit longer, comes in the Suburban. Let's take the Navigator and Expedition, for example, which is a good choice, by the way, especially the newer ones. They have that V6 EcoBoost. I don't see them much in the shop, but you do have to keep up with the maintenance and use good quality oil because they have turbos, and you don't want those turbos to go out. It'll cost you a hefty penny to replace them. But they come in the Expedition is just a regular Expedition. That's the short wheelbase, and then it has the EL, and the Navigator is Navigator or
now
Navigator
he can get a crossover for with third row.
Yes, but that's mid-size.
Depends on how big your kids are too.
Crossover.
Here's something y'all ain't gonna want to hear. The J.D. Power 2022 Vehicle Dependability Study ranks Kia as the overall leader among all automotive brands, mainstream and luxury. Kia's popular Sorento has taken the top spot in the studies of upper mid-size SUV. So according to Google, you can get yourself a nice Kia Sorento. What you think about the Sorento?
I have no comments about Kia because it's not going to be nice. The V6, I did hear somebody about the V6. The V6s have been pretty good. I'm not going to knock them there.
Jay Fish said, look like a tiny Rio. Right. I mean, I'm and forgive my ignorance. I don't really think about the world in this way, but I guess us Americans, we like what we like and we like to look good. Mm-hmm. So I can see why they don't probably sell the Picanto in America. I mean, somebody would buy it. I wouldn't buy it, but somebody would.
They always leave out. I do know they leave out the good engine options in America. I know overseas somewhere, Mazda actually have a diesel engine. And it's probably getting about 40, 50 miles to the gallon. But do we have that over here?
No. I don't know why. That's interesting. I'm sure somebody gonna come in. Tony said, "Hey everybody, hey Tony, how you doing tonight?" You know what I'm saying, Tony? What everybody? All 9 of you at the moment. Where you from? Yeah. We like to know.
We're nosy.
Yeah, we like to know who we talking to. Roger Yanez says, "Any common issues with the 2015 Dodge Ram besides the loose exhaust manifold bolts?" Roger, we is talking about Kias. Okay, but we're going to answer your question anyway. Go ahead.
Those trucks stay in my shop for lifter issues. They have lifter failure out the wazoo, especially around that year. So if you hear
2015,
if you hear any ticking, stop. Take it straight to the shop because you may can save your cam. If that cam get chewed up, you're going to be looking at about, what's a cam job on a Hemi? 5, 6
on a Hemi. Shit, you would answer me that right now. I'm off work. Yeah, probably about $5,000, give or take. Yes. It depends on what all you got going on with the cams and stuff.
Well, this is my shop. I can't speak for everybody else.
Anthony says she really is looking at the Nissan Armada. I think he's trying to say 2020.
Well, we're looking at some new stuff.
What you think about that? The Nissan Armada.
That's a full size. That will be one of their full size SUVs. They're pretty good. I do believe it's running the V8 with the 5.7 2006 engine. I was actually gonna purchase a van that had that drivetrain in it. So if I'm gonna purchase it, it'll be good for you guys.
You think so?
Yeah, the Armada is the big SUV. Sometimes I get the Pathfinder mixed up with the Armada. The Pathfinder is the small one. That one is kind of based off the. It has the same engine as the sedans, like the Maximums and whatnot. But the Armada is based off the Nissan Titan, the Nissan MV, which is a big passenger van.
The MV is really good. Yeah.
So I never really work on those 5.6s like that.
So maybe she got herself a good choice there.
Yeah.
Roger says, I heard JD Power gets paid to say good reviews about crappy cars. I don't think you're wrong, Roger, for real, because they sure, didn't the Pentastar win an award?
Yeah, but if you create like over 10 million engines, I'm pretty sure you win a reward too.
Jay Fish said, I wonder if Kia is a good car to buy new, cheap, and long warranty besides getting stolen. I don't know, Jay, because those engines, we've seen them go out with less than 100,000 miles.
It's just a headache. I wouldn't buy a headache car. Yes, you can probably get it fixed for free, but how long you gonna be without a vehicle? You buy a vehicle so you can be with wheels, not you buy a vehicle so you can be in the shop. So it's probably gonna spend most of its life in the shop, and to me that's not
die
worth
at
it.
a young age, unfortunately. Cam said Charlotte, North Carolina. Hey, that's nice. On my visit list. I'm waiting on Alex to take me.
I am.
Cause is it Charlotte, the place that got the little market street where you buy pralines? I don't know. Tell me.
Let us know, Cam.
Anthony is from Louisiana. Hauma. I hope I'm saying that right. Louisiana in the house. Mike P said, good evening, everyone.
Hello.
What's up, Mike?
Mr. Mike in the house.
It's one of my favorites right there. Roger says, thanks, guys. I'm selling the truck ASAP. It only got 39,000. I'm the original owner. Ooh.
Which
Dodge Ram. How's your maintenance on it, though? Let us know.
Don't get scared. It's just...
At least you'll know what you're dealing with. Yes. That's why I tell people it's better to know your enemies than to not. So, you don't have to get scared. Just put you some emergency fund to the side for what could be.
I say this, anybody that own a vehicle should have an emergency fund. You're dealing with a machine that will break down. Not might, will.
He says, Streetlight Auto says, what Kia motor is your least favorite? Is there one that is worse over the other?
I think the 2.4 GDI engine is the worst. And whatever engine is based off of that and the four bangers. Because you will have I think they have a smaller engine in the 2.4, but it's still based off the 2.4, meaning, kind of use the same components. It's just a little bit smaller internals. So just the 4-cylinder.
Yeah. Jay Fish says 5.7 Hemi seems to be good up to 100K miles. I wouldn't say that, Jay, because we've seen some with some high miles on there. We've seen some with.
It's just a really luck of the draw. I think I was talking to somebody that he said he worked in the oil company, and what did that guy say?
What? Who said the lifters get delivered from Mexico?
Yeah, something like that. It's really a parts issue. Some, it's metal. Metal sometimes is not going to be the same quality every time. I read a great comment, man. It's some smart people on YouTube that are just in the comment section. Not everybody got a channel, but he was like, metal comes in grades just like anything else. That's what I was trying to say.
Right. So
the grades of metal,
cheaper grade of metal,
and they're trying to save money. So yeah, they probably skimping out on the lifters, and they fail.
Yeah. Ibun says, Alice, the car doctor, Mrs. Car Doctor. Hey, family, what's happening?
Hey, what's going on?
But yeah, metal matters. Maybe we should put that on the shirt.
Metal matters. I'm gonna start selling shirts, guys. What you think of that shirt? Metal
Mike
matters.
P says, I've always wondered about the Kia Stinger. Seems like a decent car. Looks good.
Yes.
Anyway.
I think the Stinger. I think it's like this. The Stinger, and it's like their flagship car. It's like the Corvette, or let's take SRT for example. SRT is their flagship Dodge product. I don't see too many in the shop because with their flagship product, they're going to use better components. With their Stinger, I think that's what they did. I have seen some bad ones, but it's not like the regular ones. So
I will say though, Kia looked sexy. I'm sorry. I mean, they got this little matte gray looking one. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Ooh, when I saw that, I was like, "What's that going down the street right there?"
Then they changed their logo.
Now that I don't like. It looked well. You know what? And it Korean. It looked Korean to me.
Well, the Hyundai. Well, Hyundai is Kia for those who didn't know. The Hyundai logo is two people shaking hands. The deal is done. You didn't know that?
I didn't know that, husband. Yes, you be knowing stuff. Jay Fish said Kia looks awesome. Stinger looks awesome.
Yes, and it sounds awesome too. When I'm a big performance head. I just don't talk about it or get into it because my channel is for consumer base and not for performance. And
that man be talking about performance. I be like, listen, I just want to watch TV.
They're pretty quick, man. Them things with just a simple tune, and everything else stock. I've seen them run 12s in the quarter mile, which is very impressive.
Anthony says, I love watching Alex Car Doctor. Sometimes you're hilarious. You need to be a comedian. Yes, he is. Very funny.
You should see me joking around with folks.
Sometimes he play too much. One day I will bore y'all. Alan Johnson. I know he said Alan Johnson. Oh, that's Uncle Leroy.
Yeah, Leroy.
Eddie Carter said, yes, call me on my cell phone. Call me tomorrow. I tell you what I got at the shop for you. That's Uncle Leroy. Let me tell y'all something about
best swimming teacher ever.
Taught all my kids how to swim.
So shout out to you, Leroy.
Yeah, shout out to you. Laser D21 says, any insider tips on the 5.4 valve with 93,000 miles, regular maintenance, starting to get cam phaser tick.
I've gotten stuck with that engine twice, and I've had good luck with them. The last truck we just sold because we wanted something bigger.
In the Lincoln?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
The Lincoln Navigator. We had a Lincoln Navigator with the 5.43 valve with a ton of miles, original engine. From the day one, I got that truck from the auction. It had that time and chain rattle. So we was just traveling state to state, and every time you crank it up, rattle, did it go away? And
we rode everywhere, Alabama, Florida, everywhere.
I think I actually posted a short saying, "Hey, I'm getting on myself today. There's no way I should have rode around this long." When I pulled the front cover off, the timing guide was just completely in pieces. I'm like, because I fixed it to sell it. I'm never gonna sell someone a bad vehicle. If I know what's going on with it, I'm just gonna fix it. Karma is a mug.
Yeah, what goes around comes around. So we gotta sell good cars anyway.
So I fixed it, and man, it's purring like a kitten, and he loves that truck.
Yeah, he does. So what?
I like the engine. You just have to be careful who you get it from, because once they sludge up, in my opinion, they're no longer any good. It's just no good. So if you can, make sure it has good service records, and if you do have a little camera, you can stick down in the oil cap and look at the top of the engine to make sure it's not black and sooty looking.
I love that car though.
Yes, it was great.
Roger said, I do all my oil changes on time, as well as air filter and check fluids and check for anything that needs attention. This is talking about the Dodge Ram.
Okay. You sound about like me. You should be golden.
One thing about it, you're going to sell that truck and get what? Because there's something wrong with all of them, unless you're getting like a Toyota Tundra.
Unless you get a 7.3 or a Cummins.
Right. So, I mean, when we went to the campground last weekend, that's all I saw was Dodge Ram trucks.
The diesels.
I saw a gas one because I was wondering if he had the Pentastar. I was listening for a ticket. Just trying to see, but I wouldn't sell it, honestly. Just take care of your car. I mean, they machines. At least you know what you're getting into. You ain't gonna have to be surprised.
Yeah, just say
Joe Wolf says Kia is number one with 6 BT Cummins.
Playing. Yeah.
Hey man, listen, I'm just telling you what the internet told me.
I don't think a 6 BT will fit in there. A 4, that 6, a 4B. What is it? 4-cylinder Cummins-based engine out there. I forgot what it's called. Maybe 4BT.
Alan says, have you ever come across a rubber burning smell on the passenger side of the Ford Explorer?
The Exploder. What year?
What year you got?
Explorer.
Us. You was being funny. Remind us what year you have at the car dot. Is there any auto that is future proof? What you mean?
Future proof?
Like what? Expound on this deep question you just asked.
I mean, no problems. Everything. A bicycle.
Says y'all shoppers in Morrow, Georgia. I'm moving to Stockbridge and yes, we're in Morrow. Well, actually, we're trying to move to Stockbridge too. Actually,
we may be neighbors one day, so look out for me.
Stockbridge is a very nice community, and once we feel it finished buying our own shop, we'll rent this house out and go. But yes,
I have to buy a shop first. I want to move, but gotta get a shop first.
Joe Wolf says Cummings.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Never owned one, but man, them things reliable.
Cummings.
Oh my gosh.
He said an 01 Ford Explorer.
Oh, Leroy?
Yeah. Burning rubber smell on the passenger side. Leroy, come up to the shop, man. Yeah, we can tell you in person. You know us.
I got you. Just come up.
Yeah, come on up there. We'll look it over for you. Counselor Doctor. I like it. Everybody need a counselor. Hey, bro, quick question. I have a 2020 Honda Civic Sport with 33,000 miles. And when I drive in the highway, I hear a squeeze sound in the tire. I thought it was blown out or flat, but it was none of that.
A squeeze sound. I would need more.
Or maybe he's saying squeaking sound in the tire.
You either have two issues going on. I see this a lot in Honda. I would need to know if you have hubcaps or aluminum rim wheels. If you have hubcaps, sometimes they'll move around and make little funny noises. I've seen that plenty of times. Or if you just had your tires dead, sometimes the tire technicians will leave the rubber, they'll leave stuff in the wheel and it'll be kind of rolling around in the wheel. I've seen that too. Squeaking, 33,000 miles. I don't even think you had a brake job done yet. Normally brakes last about 40,000 miles.
Try taking off the hubcaps, or if you have those, yes. See, because we've actually done that in no sound. Vinny Various says, Doc and Bones, what's up?
I love it.
Do you believe in 5,000 mile oil changes, or do you recommend sticking to 3,000?
Yeah, I do 5,000 oil changes all the time when you're running a synthetic blend. I think it goes like this. 3,000 conventional, 5,000 if you're running synthetic blend, and full synthetic, depending on the manufacturer, depending on your preference, between 6,000 to 10,000 miles.
Yes, I went well over my oil change, but I was waiting on my mechanic to get my car in the shop.
The car just on VW, it tells you like -500, -1,000. It just
dang. I'm about to write a review on this guy. Mike P says the Koreans and Japanese are leaps and bounds ahead of American car makers when it comes to style. Yes, you know what? You're right. However, Mike, and this is going to be another video. I'm really giving it away, but y'all on live, y'all take time out to be here. I tell you, I saw a comment that says Dodge are crap. American-made vehicles are crap, and if Toyota wasn't so ugly, I would get a Toyota. I screenshotted that comment.
I would say ugly. I would say boring looking. It's like, oh, a Toyota. Okay.
But it's going to last you a long time.
Boring.
Right.
On the insides, they're nice, but people want something to look at. And Toyota with their styling, it's like, even their flagship Lexus is like, oh, a Lexus.
Blah. Ooh, yeah, the Lexus are like blah. I don't know. So that's why I was like, that's how they get. Most consumers care a little bit more about what they look like.
Or Americans care what they look like.
Oh, I wouldn't put that on us like that. I wouldn't. If I didn't have you, I would definitely ride a Toyota. Definitely. Like if we wasn't married and I just had to be a regular consumer.
I'm sticking to my $700 mountain bike and my 85 Accord.
Whatever. I hate that car. Toasted J says, I just joined. I don't know. See, like how that's a Georgia thing. Are you from Georgia or the South? ION. That's a whole word right there. He says, I don't know if you answered this already. Do I have to drain the oil first when changing the lifters on the V6 Penta?
Man, y'all got me rolling.
Do you have to drain the oil first?
Yes, it's recommended.
Yes. Yes.
Because it's when you're doing lifters, especially if it chewed up a cam, you really don't have to do it first. It's your preference, really. It's up to you. What I normally do is drain it last, just in case something, I don't know. I just drain it last. That's my preference. But if you want to do it first, it really doesn't matter.
We're getting ready to do a shorter version on how to do the lifters on the Pentastar.
Mm-hmm. I just did it the long way to cover many questions in the future. Mm-hmm. But I'm gonna do it the way I do it every day.
Juan Gomez says, "Big ups to Alex."
Nice.
What's happening, Juan?
Hey, what's going on, Mr. Gomez?
Victor Munoz says, "Hey Doc, love your channel. You guys are awesome. Keep up the awesome channel. Thank you so much.
I really appreciate the love, y'all.
Really though, because YouTube is not as easy as it's hard. And some days I don't feel like editing. Some days I can't record because he's moving too fast, or we got so many customers in the shop. It's hard.
I had to do a squeeze in video because I wanted y'all to see this upcoming video, but I didn't have time to like show it from me diagnosing it from the beginning to the end. So I was like, I'll just walk you through the steps. So I hope y'all enjoy that upcoming video.
For sure. It's probably come out in the morning. Counselor Doctor says, I got tire, wheel alignment, and tire rotation, and the sound still comes on only in the highway. But when I drive fast in the road just to try it, nothing happens.
You need to start looking at around your vehicle. It may be an aerodynamic thing, meaning some of these, or mostly all these cars have plastic shields and plastic things that will flap and make little funny noises. So you need to make sure your under shield is not falling off. Your wheel well shield is splash guard is not hanging or anything funny. So just take a look around the body. Make sure all your body panels are in order. Because it could be wind related and something like that. But
Vinny says,
I really need to see it.
Yeah, for sure. If you, he can't do a video because he could be driving. I don't know. Might be an aerodynamic thing. I don't know. We'll keep our minds open for that. Future proof. I mean, last through decades if cared for it right way. This me, y'all. The 1990. Mr. B.
That's funny.
Yo, 1999 Dodge Durango. So listen, we almost done with your video.
I actually started it up today. My technician who was working on it, he's in the hospital. So prayers go out to him. Hopefully he gets better. So I had to jump on your vehicle to finish up some
He's
things.
saying so ain't gonna have to get your car, your Dodge Durango that you're putting a remade engine in, that's gonna be future proof.
It better be.
Yeah. But if you're talking like what's out now, future proof, if cared for right, the last decade.
Even the modern day diesels are not lasting long like they used to.
Yeah, nothing is really lasting long. Honestly, that's why
they make cars where they failing. What's the word, sweetie?
Planned obsolescence.
Yes, planned.
That's another video for another day. We're gonna teach y'all about. We're gonna talk about that because y'all might already know. But future proof. I mean, a Toyota. That's the only car. I hate to sound like Scotty Kilmer, which I love Scotty, but
I'm gonna keep bringing up older diesels.
Yes, because you drive a 2007 3.
Yeah, no, it sounded funny the way you say it.
But they know
the year 2000.
Y'all know what
with the Power Stroke 7.3. If I couldn't get my hands on that, it would have been definitely a Cummins.
The car that we work on the lease, the brand is Toyota. We only get that in there for maintenance items.
So, or if they're really badly dogged out.
Yeah, so and Honda would be a close second, honestly. But either that or older cars, just like Mr. B have with the 1999.
I rarely see those in my shop.
What?
Man. Those Durango older.
But when he drove his Dodge Durango, and we made a short on it, It had 300,000 miles on it. So original engine, and still running. So
just burning oil, real bad.
Counselor Doctor, I did that. I went under the hood and thought I had somebody under there. They're only in the highway. Man, we're gonna have to see. I'm gonna have to do some research on that one. See if anybody else in the world have that issue.
If you can, see if you can record the noise. I would like to hear the noise for myself and see if you can shoot it over to my Instagram. I will look out for you.
Mike P says the CHR is looking wild. I don't know.
That's that Honda. I think that's a Honda.
Oh, okay. Is it sexy? Wait a minute.
Pull it
Somebody,
up.
wait a minute. Got to go to him right here.
Whoa.
All right. That man out here tipping.
Oh, I appreciate it.
My 22 Cummins 2500 did give me some service exhaust system C dealer light. However, after some parts fell off it, it's been 100% trouble-free and averaging 25 miles per gallon.
I know exactly what you mean.
What? Oh, I understand.
The parts fell off our 2011 Joe.
My diesel too.
I'm gonna start saying that. That's a good one. Parts fell off.
Joe, let us use that term.
Yes,
parts just fell off.
Parts fell off and had to go and had the computer retuned.
It says, "What do you think about emission systems on these newer diesels?"
Woo. They're destroying them. To be honest with you. Diesels wasn't never made to keep all that soot in, and it was made to be blown out. And with all this new DPF, and it destroys them. That's the main problem I see. That's why the new diesels are not lasting long. And if you get a new diesel and something magically fall off, you will get total reliability back. That's my opinion.
But it's unfortunate. He said he had a 2022. That's like a year old, and he's having to do all
and every diesel I get, I guess I'm be loosening some bolts and I guess it just fell off. I don't know what happened.
Joe, thank you so much for the super chat.
I really appreciate that, man. Beer for days.
He said some channel support. We appreciate that.
Yes, I love it. Thank you so much.
Mike P, the car care nut is restoring a Lexus with 600,000 miles on it. That's believable. A Lexus. Why they may not be sexy like the BMW or the what am I trying to say? Mercedes.
Yeah.
The Lexus go a long time. Like, I'm a dealer. I buy cars, right?
A lot of Lexuses with up there.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
I'm like,
the Lexus with 300,000 miles.
That's on the norm.
At the auction is still going for thousands of dollars.
When someone pull in with a Lexus, I can just already guess. You got like 300,000-400,000 miles on it, don't you? Without even seeing the car. I'm like, yes. About 300, almost 400. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I figured.
Still riding. My favorite Lexus is the old GS 300. Am I saying that right?
Yeah.
My aunt had one, and man,
that engine is based off the 2JZ. It's just non-turbocharged, and it's a slug, but it's reliable.
Says, would you suggest, Counselor Dot said, would you suggest an upgrade to a 2023 Honda Civic Sport? Or keep my 2020 Honda Civic Sport?
I would keep my 2020. You're basically getting the same engine if they haven't changed, went to another generation, which I don't think they have. I would have to look. Well, you can tell me. You've been looking into it. Have they changed the generation and styling? Because you basically just getting probably a few more things in the inside that you're probably never going to use. I don't know your situation. You may be balling out of control and just want the newest and greatest. But if it was me, I'm very frugal and like to use stuff until I can't use it anymore, like shoes.
Don't even get me started.
All right, underwear. My wife like, babe, please.
Throw it. I just throw it away. I just let him be mad and throw it away. Whatever. So you'll be all right. Here go a new pair right here.
If it was me,
his rule of thumb is buy it new, wear it out, make it do. Or do it out.
I like getting my money's worth out of stuff.
Right.
And that thing is still practically new and you haven't got your money's worth.
Yeah. But if you're feeling like new and you got it to do, go ahead, baby, get that 2023. All right. J Fish 901 says, are newer GM 3.6 V6 better than the old ones? The last Impala is catching my eye, 2015 through 2020.
I haven't.
My Bunnyville is getting old. Man, you better keep that Bunnyville. That Bunnyville tried and true. Okay.
I haven't seen too many issues out the newer ones. Maybe it's too new to
The
tell.
Impala?
Oh, yeah. Or maybe they fixed the timing chain issues. I have to talk to my GM buddy. I have a real good friend named Ben.
Joe said they still trash, Jay.
Hey,
So
yeah, you probably they, like I said, all the newer ones they still under warranty. I see stuff out of warranty.
Mike P says, once I drive my Chrysler 200 into the ground, I'm getting a 2016 Chevy SS.
Oh, now that's the way to go right there.
Yeah,
I love those if you can find them at a reasonable price.
Richard Brown said, "What's up, Alex? Big fan of your work, bro. Keep up the good work."
So I'm thinking pound.
That's why I was like, look at that. Yeah. Where you from, Richard? Let us know.
Yes.
Counselor Doctor said, I'm at lunch right now, so no driving yet. That's right.
Yes. And make sure you're safe. Don't be,
recording and driving.
Yeah. Please be safe. I want everybody to be safe.
Dom One says, have you heard of any issues with the newer 2.0 Honda engines? My 10th generation 2016 Civic just had a head gasket go out at 91,000. Or did it just go out?
Give me more information on that. Normally, head gaskets just don't go out unless it's some type of defective part. It's metal. Like we just mentioned, metal is different grades, and sometimes error can happen.
Right. That Mr. B says, I also pray for you and the auto technician who has health issues.
Thank you.
Amen, brother. If possible, look into. Yeah, you know what? He's on that. Yeah, definitely. He's from Jamaica, so he's big on that. Very important to the shop. At our shop, it's not. We are the shop owners, but they're our family. Yes, anybody who joins our team is our family, and we care about them. And so I just texted his wife. He's got a room number now, so I'm gonna try to sneak away tomorrow after lunch and go and visit him, and just kind of show him my support.
I don't look at them as coworkers. I truly look at my workers, and they are my workers, but I look at them as family, because they don't have to be there to help me,
They can work anywhere, but we try to make it a positive work environment. So we're a team, everybody, I know Michael Jordan had, with the Bulls, but he also had Scottie Pippen them too. Okay. Couldn't win it by himself. So Alex has a great team and people who love to work for us.
From my front desk
on to the back. Yeah, for sure. So
my wife is the backbone though. Can't forget that.
I'm the boss.
Yeah, she is the boss.
You know what I'm saying? I see them slacking. I come in there with my little whip I got hanging on my wall. Hey, what's going on in here? The dislike button. Say, hey, it's Rico.
Wow.
Over the road right now. Just checking in to say I'm happy to see y'all growing. Locks look good, by the way, cuz.
I love it.
Oh, he's my little cousin. Rico.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, what's up, babe? I'm happy. Look, I'm proud of you, man. You over the road
you did your
doing
thing.
stuff. Proud of you.
You still got your Challenger? Let me know.
Right, let me borrow. Let your cousin borrow.
It got the Pentastar in it.
I don't care. Joe Wolf is telling the counselor that, oh, hell no, it's mostly the same, just more refined. But if you're not paying cash, interest rate approved these days. Joe Wolf, you know a lot of stuff, man. Man, you know what? It's good to have smart people in your.
I'm just smart when it comes to cars. Like anything else, I don't care to know. I just love engines.
Alex, I have Deb. Miss Deb B says, "Oh, look at her cat, so cute." Alex, I have a 2002 Toyota Camry, and when I fill up the gas, it's hard to start.
Okay, so you're having some type of evap system problem. Normally, when it's hard to start, you're having a purge valve issue. Your purge valve is stuck open, and it's getting too much. It's basically flooding itself with fuel. Your check engine light should be on. Let me know the code. That will be helpful if you do know the code, but most likely it's going to be the purge valve.
See if you got a check engine light code, shoot it to us. Miss Deb. Richard Brown said, what's up, y'all? Just skipped over to shout out. What's up, Richard?
Hey, Richard, what's going on?
Said Streetlight Auto, what are some pros and cons of both sides comparing the GM LS motor to the Hemi motors? Which would you choose?
I am biased. I am very biased, but to try to give you the most unbiased opinion, LS LS engines hands down because
This what
whether
Cam says about it though. As a GM tech, I wouldn't recommend any new GM
no,
product.
I'm not talking about new GM. I'm strictly talking about LS. The LT, that would be nice. The LT direct injected engines are not for me. I like the good old LS port injected engines. So I'm gonna strictly talk about that. They're easier to work on, easy to mod. They're cheap. You can pick them up in any junkyard. So if you blow up one, or well, um, they're just easy. The Hemi motors, they're less fun to work on in my shop. When you're putting the lifter, the push rods in, you have to. It's a special technique you have to use. It's just annoying. Got the long push rods, got the short push rods. You got to make sure they're in order. It's a lot to it. LS is simplicity always wins in my book, so I'll say LS.
I'm gonna say Hemi. I don't know why.
You just tried to
No, man,
opposite.
it's like, you know what? Dodge has grown on me.
Okay.
It's grown on me. I just like to see that Ram, you know, it look mean.
Oh, they look beautiful, hands down.
So
I would buy one and put an LS motor in.
If I wasn't married to you, I would just go ahead and buy the Hemi. Just save me some money for when the ish hit the fan. Mister, can you fix my car? Hit the money. I would pick Hemi.
You look good doing it on side of the road too.
Counselor Doctor says the only change generation of style, which it was 2021, the last year of the 10 years generation, 2022, 23, etc. They have the new generation style.
Okay.
So if it looks good to you,
go for it.
Go for it.
I'm pretty sure it's gonna have the same engine though.
He says, as a GM tech, I wouldn't recommend any new GM. Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, I listen to Cam as he is a GM tech. He see these things day in and day out more so than
I wouldn't recommend a new GM engine.
Richard Brown, he's in Jonesboro, around the corner.
Oh, nice.
He says, my Honda Civic Sport has autopilot, so I'm good. What's autopilot?
It's like what this stuff that has the like a Tesla.
It ain't like the man was sleeping in the Tesla.
It's not that advanced.
Oh, okay.
It's pretty neat though. It'll stay in its lane. It'll self brake. But it's not gonna. I don't think it's gonna turn by itself, and it's not gonna come to you in the parking lot like the Teslas do. That's a pretty cool feature, by the way.
Yeah, it is.
I seen a TikTok. So the Tesla drove over the curb.
Oh my God.
It was autopilot, and somebody commented they car to come to it. It just went over the curb.
Man, like, that stuff I don't know.
I don't trust it.
I like to whip my whip with myself. You know what I'm saying? Richard Brown says, I'm now a mobile mechanic just out of truck driving after 22 years. Hey, that's good business. Good money.
Good money, but it comes with its problems.
Call me if you want to know some tips. Just call the shop and ask for me. We can talk about it. But it's good money, though. You just got to not let people play with you.
Yeah. People will try to get you.
Yeah, they will. Jay, if it's any issues with the 2015 through 17 Mustang V6, I think it's a 3.7.
Now, those are really good engines, in my opinion. I have not seen too many issues. I think some of them have timing chain issues, but I'm a big fan of the that engine is based off the 3.5. So they just made it a little bit slightly bigger, the 3.7. So I'm gonna say the 3.5 and the 3.7 is real good in my opinion. I don't see too many issues out of it.
The dislike button. He said, still got the Challenger. Oh, my little cousin says, I'll swing by sometime. Please do, and stay safe out on the road. Love you, kid. That's my boy right there, man. See them grow up and they go on and become. Yeah. You know what I mean? Make me cry right here. Toasted J said, can't wait for the shorter lifted vid. I appreciate y'all. I done learned so much. I did oil cooler drive shaft on my 16 SXT. From SEDC. That's what I'm talking about. I'm glad. So that's what the channel is for.
Yes.
To teach y'all how to do stuff and learn stuff. Deb W with the Toyota Camry with hard to start.
Yeah, that's a catalytic converter. Oh, she said.
Yeah, catalytic converter issue, code. No other code.
How recent did you check this? Because when most people do, they check engine light will pop on. And I tell people this all the time. You only have one check engine light. You don't have a second one. So they check engine light to pop on, they'll go get the code pulled. I'm like, oh, catalytic converter technician be like, you don't have to worry about that. You don't even live in an emission state, so it's fine. No need to spend all this money. And they'll be driving around, and something else, they'll be like, this is weird, but no biggie. Or in your situation, it's not starting when you put gas in it, and no other check engine, no other codes. But yeah,
how recent? And I'll try to scroll down to the bottom right quick. I try to catch your comment if it popped up. How recent did you pull that code, Deb?
Pull it again, because it could be a new code in the system. That's what I was trying to say. I'm rambling on.
Cam says any old is stuff. Like Alex said, it's easy to work on, more reliable than the new GM products, for sure.
The auto industry is really trying to stop like mom and pop shops from working on their things. Like I know Stellantis have it bad. I had to buy a special connector, and then they put it stupid spots like behind the dash cluster or way up in there.
What, for the scanner connector?
Yeah, to actually go in and do technical stuff. I can pull the codes and erase, but in order to actually get in the system and command different things and run real tests, I can't do without that special plug. So it's very annoying.
And Stellantis is the parent company that owns Dodge, Chrysler, Fiat.
Yeah, Jeep. Okay. Can't leave out Jeep.
I can't. Yeah.
And Maserati.
Mike P says, I don't really hear anyone talking too much about the new Dodge Hornet.
It's too new. I always tell people, if they want the new and greatest, yeah, that's fine. But beware of the crazy quirks that it may have going on. I normally tell people to wait about a year or two to, let them work out the quirks and come out with another better make, a model. You never buy the first generation of anything, in my opinion.
Right. Yeah. Counselor Doctor, my car does have autopilot, and that is my fiance.
Oh, wow.
Who always covers me when I need a time to rest and go on long trips. I love it, man. Y'all have some of the best jokes on here.
Yes, I love it.
Man. Toasted J, my mom got a 2020 Chevy Malibu LT turbocharged. She got an evap code too. Took it to the dealer a week, it's back. You got a list of things to look for?
They took it to the dealer to try to get it fixed, I'm assuming. Whatever dealership you took it to, they probably didn't run the proper test. You have to go in more details of what they supposedly did at the dealership, but a list of things that it could be. The evap system is really simple. It really boils down to, you have a hole in the system, which could be the gas cap. As the seal is bad, but I know on these newer vehicles they don't come with gas caps, no way. You have the vent solenoid, which vents the system, charcoal canister, and purge solenoid that lets gas vapors into the engine.
What did they replace at the dealership? Yeah. Let us know that. What did they replace when it was there? Mr. B says, one of your other I'm reading stuff that ain't there. One of your other vid shorts, I asked the question, sealants, RTV, and the like. Can you tell us a little bit about using sealants and when, where, and how to use them? Any help is welcome.
I would have to make a video on that. That's one of those things that's better shown than told. What I normally do, I use black RT on regular gaskets like valve covers. If I normally, like I said, it's better shown than told. I use black RTV on cooler things. That's valve cover gaskets. Maybe, I know they say use coolant RTV, but I never do. And I always have the best luck with black RTV, and it looks better too. And I use exhaust RTV if I'm dealing with exhaust parts. But I will make a video on that. That'd probably be an interesting video.
Deb says, thanks. We'll pull the codes again.
Yes,
and we'll be back Sunday at 7 if you want to pull them and let us know. Jay Fish said, I heard y'all like VWs. Is It just the 1.9 TDI, yes. I heard they were pretty complicated. I always wanted a 05 to 07 Sport Wagon TDI. Going back further, would love a Sirocco
Yes, yeah.
or a Corrado. These names just be getting out of hand.
Yes, you're probably like me. If you wanna, I wouldn't necessarily do the 05 to 07. I heard they was the worst engines, or they kind of are, because I own a 05 sedan and it's sitting in my driveway with a messed up engine. I gotta rebuild the engine, and I bought one from the auction. Same thing, messed up engine. What you want is the I forget, the 1.9, not the BEW, but the other one. The BEW ran from 05 through 06, I think. And then I think in 07. You just want the older one, 04 and under. That's the one you need.
Counselor Doctor about to head back to work. He want to know, is the computer dashboard accurate, or still check with car maintenance? Like if it's time to change your oil, whatever codes on the dashboard.
That's a great question. The computer will be the most accurate, because your onboard computer, when it comes to time to tell you the oil change intervals, that saying, hey, you have this much % life left on your oil, or you have, that's what you're talking about. That's going to be the most accurate, because I've read the car actually calculate how the engine is wearing on that oil, according to your throttle response, the weather, all that stuff. So the car takes all that stuff into play when it calculates if it's time to change your oil. So I would say computer more than handwritten.
Especially you got a newer car, 2020, I think you said 1 or 2. 2020.
I would go off of my computer. And if you have an oil life percentage, I normally recommend people to change their oil around 20%. When it gets down, to 20%.
But have a good evening at work, whatever it is you do, and thank you for stopping by the live.
I really appreciate it.
I've skipped one. I'm coming back to you, Devontae. I've always gone by the oil life monitor in the dash. Then again, I only drive about 7,000 miles a year.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So. You must work from home. Why you drive so less?
I be all over the place, okay? Driving. Devontae Holloway says, saw your video for Dodge Charger ticking. Then he says, would camshaft problems cause the car not to start?
I've seen some really chewed up cams. We bought a Dodge Journey that had 4 chewed up cams, of course, in different spots. I don't think it'll cause your car not to start, but it'll cause your car to run like total garbage. But in extreme cases, yes, I would say that's possible for not, to make your car cut off and not run. Extreme cases.
Counselor Doctor says I'm a doctor psychologist.
Ooh, I figured fancy. That. Okay.
Is it at a hospital or something overnight? I change people's life for a better living. I'm with that, man. Everybody need a little counselor sometime.
I love it.
Mike P says company car. He have a 2017 Toyota RAV4.
Oh, I like those. Well, we had I had to rent a customer a car. Long story, and when they returned it, I got a chance to drive it around. I was like, oh man, this thing is pretty neat.
Yeah, cool. Counselor Doctor says he worked in a college university in USC. Oh, cool.
You really doing your thing out here.
Because it's the end of the day. It all starts with you. Live it well without any regrets, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, man, that's the word of the night right there. Word of the night. Counselor Doctor says, this is what I want to know. Sirocco, back in the day, one of the bros let me borrow his Sirocco.
Them things are quick.
What I heard about it is the engine does warp when overheated. Be careful.
Mm. Well, that's pretty much with any aluminum head base, engine.
Yeah, for sure.
Some cars
look up a Sirocco.
They look nice.
Yeah, I'm saying that.
I like the way they style.
I'm gonna say this. I knew this was gonna happen. We was gonna start on the topic, but everybody want to talk about everything, which is fine. But I wanted to say this in the last 6 minutes of this video. The best Kia of all time was the Kia Sophia. Them cars get like 300,000 miles.
Yeah, they go and go and go. As long as you change the timing belt.
My mama had one, man. And it was like, I don't know how she fit all 5 of us in that car, but we fit. This is back in the 90s, of course, or early 2000s. My mama had a burgundy Kia Sophia, and them cars had like 300,000 miles. Easy. What are your thoughts?
I agree. Everybody drove them.
Best Kia of all time. So maybe they need to get back to that. I don't know.
Simplicity wins.
Right, right. Street Light Auto. Street Light Auto, what you do? Do you fix cars or do you do lights in cars? Any tips in installing a threaded insert for a spark plug on a Triton 5.4? Recently was doing a tune-up, and of course the last spark plug all the way in the back did not torque down. Kit came.
That's another one of those things better shown than told. I will probably make a video. I have a 5.4 in the shop that I will purposely strip out one of the spark plugs so I can show you guys. The engine is out. I'll show you the best way that I like to use to, change that out. Get a thread insert down in there. But yeah, it's one of those things better shown than told.
When you gonna do it?
Try this week. I think I have some extra thread insert.
Like add Alex here, and I make sure he do that for you. What just happened?
We got
see us.
Oh, your phone went dead.
Let me see. No, it's still alive. Oh, there we go. Okay, technology be technology in. Okay, but I was saying, send a message to Alex's Instagram so he can send you the video there. All right. Jose Lopez says, does the 2004 Acura TL have a transmission computer separately from the motor computer? No hurry, but please let me know.
If I remember, I think it's all built into the ECM, and there's no separate TCM. I'm just thinking about the last Hondas I worked on, and I don't recall ever seeing a separate TCM sitting off to the side. Only thing I always see is just that one PCM or ECM. PCM, powertrain control module, because normally the powertrain control module is the TCM and ECM combined together.
All right.
Powertrain.
J Fish 901 says, my first car was a 2000 Hyundai Elantra 2.0, I think. Car was totaled 3 times over and still ran down the road. Many memories in that whip. I'm telling you,
them older Hyundai Kias,
they don't make them like they used to. I'm telling y'all,
tanks.
That doggone Kia Sophia, my mama had 5 kids. The car only seat 5, but we was all in that whip, man, driving around Atlanta, getting it done. All right, it was burgundy. I never forget that. 7. We was in the car. That's all I know.
Okay. Maybe she stretched it.
No, I don't know, man.
A stretched Sophia. Oof.
We was in the car. That's all I know. Toasted J, with the evap problem on the Chevy Malibu, the code was P1101. They changed the engine air filter and did a throttle body service.
What dealership is this? Like, that's a bonehead thing to do when you're trying to chase a evap.
They didn't do no smoke test.
That doesn't have anything to do. Now I have to look up the code. P1101.
Right now.
There you go. Chevy Malibu.
It is airflow volume.
Okay, that's not an evap code. How about to say, why would they do that?
Mass airflow sensor is related to that.
Okay. I've seen that code before. I've seen that description before. They actually followed the correct protocol if they did it, because normally what I do in a situation like that is similar what the dealership does. When I see a code similar to that, I clean the throttle body real good. I clean the mass airflow sensor. They probably didn't clean the mass airflow sensor, and I changed the air filter. So yes, that step was the correct to take with that particular code. I thought you had an evap system code, and I was like, wait a minute, that they shouldn't have took that step for evap system code.
So clean the mass airflow sensor.
They probably didn't do a good job. Whoever all the dealership experiment around. I
Yeah.
see it all the time.
All right. Atia Sean say, "Hey guys, what's up?
Hey.
You late? You late to live? Where you at? You supposed to be our main man in here, first one in here. Are you a fan of Teslas? I know.
I don't like electric. I'm not going electric.
Oh, you going? Mr. Ibun says, I ain't a hater. I'm just trying to help. Always. We know that. We appreciate you always. Caramel says, say, hey, y'all are so sincere. Thank you, Caramel. Girl, we just being ourselves up here, talking about cars. Mike P, it's the end of the world. I just read the Tesla Model Y was the best-selling car in the world for the first quarter.
Okay.
You know.
They trying to push this electric agenda so they can... I'm not even going to get into it.
You gonna drive electrical. I'm just saying, like, what's that movie that you like with Chris Tucker and they got the flying cars, Bruce Willis and them? What's that? I can't think of it. Somebody come in and tell me. Oh, with the blue lady singing opera.
Oh my God.
All I know is the car start flying like that, I'm riding. Period. Over traffic, I'm in here. So if that's what they got to do, ECM, you the man. Thanks. No problem. Devontae says, last question from me. If it's ticking, what could cause this for the engine to misfire? Devontae.
If it's ticking, if it's misfiring, you done chewed up into your cam lobe. The lobe's supposed to be like an egg. You have a flat spot and you have a high spot. And when that cam rotates, it will lift up on that rocker and push it down, opening the valve. But when that roller goes out, it'll chew into that lobe and that egg will become completely rounded. And when it comes up to try to lift up and push down on the rocker to open the valve, nothing gets open because the cam is rounded off. So most likely you don't round it off your cam, and that's why it's misfiring. All right. Most likely. I haven't seen the vehicle.
Fifth Element. Thank you, Jason.
That's what it is. Yeah, like, I watched that movie had to be over 50 times in my lifetime. Fifth I love that movie so much.
Great movie. If they riding whips like that in the air, I'm riding.
I wonder why they think of that.
All right, guys. This is the last question we're going to take because we got to roll. We got to get up in the morning.
Too many kids to go in there. They
kids probably in there boxing. I don't know. Jay Fish says, are products like Gum Out and Seafoam worth it? Stuff that regular consumers can just pour in the gas tank and pray. Snake oil, or is it snake oil? Fuel injected cleaners.
Okay, so your modern day engine is very dirty, and just straight up pouring it in the tank will do some good, but not 100% as if you would do a fuel induction service. Fuel induction service would be the correct way to go if you know how to do that service. If you're not sure how to do it or never experienced it, don't do it. You can mess up your engine.
It's a video on that, but Seafoam works. It's a lot of videos out there. What's Project Farm?
Yeah, he made one.
And what's the guy? Chris Fix.
He made another.
They made some with proof that it works. We use it. I like Seafoam.
I'm a big fan of Seafoam. I'm not. I've used many other products, but Seafoam and Lucas fuel, that little Lucas bottle fuel cleaner, that works wonders too.
Devontae say, appreciate y'all. He said, Alex look gassed out. If you talking about gas as in trees, nah. No, but he is out of gas probably. He is.
I'm tired. It's been a long day for me.
He said, all right. Bun says, the Fifth Element, the blue lady singer is Tisha Campbell for real? Now I'm going to have to look something. I'm going to have to look that up. That lady from Martin, Gina.
What? Wow.
Man. Good night, y'all. All right, y'all. We will be back on Sunday at 7. And so we're trying to commit to continue to come live Wednesdays and Sundays. All right.
And I won't be tired next time. So I'll be a little bit more.
Yeah, man. I've been at work all day. Okay. I've been over there shooting content and helping out with the quotes, whatever it is I do. So stay tuned. We'll be back to answer more questions.
Like always, guys. I love y'all. Thanks for tuning in. See you guys on the next one.
That was my line. You were supposed to say, I guess, Mrs. Car Doctor out.
Alex the Car Doctor out.
See you guys on the next one.
Oh, man.
All right, let's ride.
All right.